What's up, YouTube? It's Musty Hobbit here, back again with another ColleXion Chronicle. And I feel like it's been a little bit of a break since my last video, although I realize it's only been a couple of weeks. But I am back again with a pretty nice assortment of games that I'd like to show you. Leading into this, I realized in my last video I never really gave you a total on where I was at. So going into today, I am at 171 original Xbox titles, focusing on the NTSC or the North American releases, of which there are varying numbers, somewhere in the mid to high 900s. So if you're going to collect them all, you obviously need to focus on quite a few. So I have a total of 23 games to go over here with you today. We'll just sort of start off right away with some of the sports titles. And again, I realize that some of these are rehashes of franchises that happen year after year after year. But obviously, if you are focusing on getting all of them, you obviously need to collect them at some point. So when you get a good price on them, you obviously want to jump at them. So I'll just go through these relatively quickly here, and most of these were found at local game stores. In fact, a lot of the finds I have are from those stores. I do have a couple of trades that took place, and a couple of small Craigslist pickups. So I'll just sort of highlight that. And again, I would like to thank Cody for the trade. One of the games in here, I did work something out with him. The rest of them, though, I think for the most part were found at thrift shops or local game stores. So we'll just jump right in. We have on the Madden franchise, Madden 2003, and then Madden 2004. And again, most of these, I think everything here is complete. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for games that have the original manual. I'm trying to avoid greatest hits or platinum types. And you'll notice on the Xbox, a lot of them have sort of this black bar here across the top. The greatest hits ones usually come with more of a white, and even come with gray cases. So I'm focusing on collecting original releases whenever possible. We have FIFA Soccer 2004. We have Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07, and this was the last Tiger Woods game on the original Xbox. And we have NCAA Football 2008, and this was the last of the NCAA college football games on the original Xbox. Another sports game I found, and I did not know that they made this edition. I already had a copy of Major League Baseball 2K5, had Derek Jeter on the cover. But I actually found the Major League Baseball 2K5 World Series edition at a Goodwill in my area. Never seen this before. It comes with not only a fancy extra sticker down here that says the World Series edition, but it also has the World Series Greatest Moments DVD in addition to the game itself. Have not yet watched the DVD. I'm kind of interested to see what is in there. But I was just surprised. This is just a very nice looking version. It looks like it's got some old World Series type. If you can catch that there, it says 1988 World Series, 85. Looks like there's championship moments from some of the more memorable World Series games in the past. So, MLB 2K5 World Series Edition. The next set of games, and again, these are all titles that I would have had to collect at some point. I'm not totally familiar with some of the series, aside from the names that come with it, but they are ones that I felt like were worth picking up, considering the price that I was seeing for them. So I'll sort of, again, run through these real quick. We have Sega GT Online, and this is a racing game. We have Xbox Music Mixer, One of the things that I enjoy about the Xbox is that you have the ability to take CDs and rip the music onto the hard drive. So there are a lot of games that will utilize custom soundtracks. You'll be able to play your own music in there. I believe they carry that over into the 360 as well. But there were this game, is basically a media player for the most part. But it seems like it will allow you to do karaoke if you wanted, or build a sort of party mix. You can kind of use your Xbox as sort of a personal DJ. So, Xbox Music Mixer, not really a game, but it is certainly an Xbox release. We have Magic the Gathering Battlegrounds, which, again, I am not into the card battlers. That's not really something that interests me too much. I feel like if I got too into, especially the actual cards, based off the way I collect, it probably would be dangerous for me. So I will give this a try. I'm not totally familiar with the game or the mechanics, but I assume that they have a pretty good tutorial and can get me up to speed there. Let's see, here we have Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf, and this was one that I actually got in a Craigslist meetup, and it actually came with the Lone Wolf disc, but also the limited edition Lone Wolf disc, and it also came in kind of a not an original case. You can see these cases are a little more transparent, so you actually, unlike the normal Xbox releases, you can see the difference there. So at some point I'll probably look for either the case, or maybe I'll try and find an upgrade for that one. We have Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. This one doesn't have the manual, but obviously Mortal Kombat goes way back until when I was a teenager, and I have not played that iteration. This is kind of that in-between time. Mortal Kombat seems to be coming back and having a little bit of a resurgence now. This was the trade with Cody. This is Brother in Arms Road to Hill 30, and this one is complete. It also comes with, there was a map that came with the game here to sort of show you where you're at. This takes place around D-Day during World War II. Haven't played this one, but I have heard a lot, and it's by Gearbox, which obviously is a company that's still putting out a lot of games. They did, most recently I remember them doing Alien Isolation, I think was it one of theirs. I think they also did, I can't remember if they did Colonial Marines or not, but Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, again thank you Cody for the trade. And these two here, we have Unreal Championship, and then Unreal Championship 2, the Leandri Conflict. These are these were by Epic Games, so the team that built Gears of War. So these were some of the games where they had started to develop their Unreal Engine. So you hear that quite a bit. These were two of the games. There is an additional one, which is Unreal Championship. That's Unreal 2. So there's one more of the Unreal games that I need to find. We also have Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. I've heard a lot about this. This is another LucasArts game. I mentioned in my previous video, LucasArts put out a lot of good titles at this point in time. Again, sad to see them go, but they this one is supposed to be a lot of fun. Mercenaries, Playground of Destruction. Let's see, this one I picked up relatively cheaply, Shark Tale. Not seen the movie, but now I have the game. Another racing game, this is Juiced, and I'm not familiar with what makes this one special. It's a sort of, it looks from the cover and from the back to be so a lot of the upgrading and things like that that a lot of people are into, putting body kits and exhaust and intake on cars. That's looks like that's a lot of what you'll be doing in Juiced. Next up we have Aquaman, and I've heard interesting things about this game. It did not review well, so I'm looking forward to taking a chance with this one. There are people out there, I can't say that I am one of them, but that say that even Superman 64 has its merits, so I believe that Aquaman might too. So I will give this one a shot one of these days, and I will let you know. Next up, we have a couple of movie tie-ins. We have the Da Vinci Code. I'm not totally familiar with the gameplay on this. I believe it's probably a lot of puzzle solving and that sort of thing. I recall the book. I read the book in a span of about, I think, 18 hours. I don't think I've ever read something that quickly. But that was a long time ago. So yeah, Da Vinci Code. And then another one, Enter the Matrix. Again, another movie tie-in. I remember playing this on PS2 when it originally came out, but I have not revisited it. This is the one that does not feature Neo, so this is sort of based on the secondary characters in between, I believe, the second and third movies. So the last three games I wanted to show you are kind of the surprising kind of gems out of this list. And again, they are ones, two of them are ones I have never played, but I've just heard a lot about. And some of them just have a big name behind it. So the first of those three is Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. Pick that up later. We also have Mega Man Anniversary Collection, and that has 10 different games on there. I am really looking forward to playing this. I absolutely love the Mega Man series. I have the first 4 on the original NES, but this has 10 titles on it. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And the last of them is actually 2-disc. We have Metal Slug 4 and Metal Slug 5. For those not familiar, these are sort of akin to sort of the Contra type of shoot 'em up style games, but was complete, and it's got 2 discs, one for Metal Slug 4 and one for Metal Slug 5. So I'm very happy to have found those. I've heard lots and lots of good things about this series. And again, let me just put this back up. Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee is sort of a up to 4-player fighting game with large monsters in a city. I read a review. It looks pretty good, actually. I believe they also released a version on the GameCube, but this one I think reviewed a little bit better, just because I think the Xbox was a little bit more powerful of a system than the GameCube was. So that's it. That's 23 games that I have recently acquired. Considering where we were at, that now brings me to 194 Xbox titles, most of them with manuals and everything, but creeping ever so closely to that 200 level. I continuously looking for these. Obviously, the better the deal is, the more likely I'm to move on it. But I do just want to give a couple of shout outs to the Iowa Retro Gamer Nation, the All Things Gaming Facebook group, the Minnesota Retro Gamer Society, and a lot of the people in those groups who've been very supportive. I do want to again thank a couple of other YouTubers who have been supportive and have been helpful in sort of me figuring out what this whole channel looks like and what a lot of the content is going to be. So I would like to thank the 8-Bit Leprechaun, Frogman Logger, and I would like to also thank Church from the Game Grinder. You guys have all been great. I thank you for your support, and I thank you for putting my name out there, and I hope to do the same. So feel free to check out their channels. They also put out pretty regular videos, and I appreciate what they're doing as well. But for now, I think that's going to be it for episode 2 of the ColleXion Chronicles. And again, thanks for coming back, and feel free to leave a comment if there's any of the games that you've played, or maybe ones that you are interested in maybe seeing a little bit more of. I'd be interested to hear which ones might be compelling for you guys. So until next time, hopefully we can have another haul like this one. But until next time, I have been Musty, and take care of yourself and be good to each other.